Hey everyone, welcome back to the AR15.com YouTube channel. My name is Matt. I wanted to do a review on this Springfield Hellcat micro compact 9mm pistol today, but I have no idea where to grip this gun because there's no grip zone on this thing. Dad jokes aside, let me get some pull-ups out of the way and we're going to dive right into this review. 16,000, 16,001, 16,002, 16,003, 16,004. We'll try and go through some of the basic specifications of the pistol first so we get all that out of the way so you're not hunting around on various websites because I missed a specification. Our overall length is 6 inches. Our width is only 1. Our height is 4 inches, or 4.5 inches if you use the 13+1 magazine. Our weight is only 18.5 ounces with the empty 13+1 magazine. Our particular testing and evaluation model has the front tritium sight with the neon green-yellow paint outline. We have an accessory rail. We have front side serrations if you want to rack your gun from the front. The slide is melanite finish. We have our takedown lever. We have our slide release / lock, depending on your interpretation of the manual. We have, of course, a mag release that can be reversed if you're wrong-handed. And we also have rear slide serrations. This particular model is the OSP, which is cut for the smaller footprint micro red dot sights. Our rear sight here is a U-shaped cut. Up top, we also have a loaded chamber indicator port that you can look through in the light and see that you have a round in there, as well as the extractor acting as a feeling point that when you have a loaded round in there, it pushes the extractor out. Our trigger is flat face and has the internal blade safety that I'm aware of. Currently, there are no manual safety models. This gun does not have a grip safety as well. Our trigger pull gauge indicated right around 6 to 7 pounds depending on where we pulled it on the trigger. Here is our Springfield Hellcat. Our take-up's right about there. No over travel. Our reset is there. Very audible, can feel it in the trigger. Not bad. I would compare the factory Hellcat trigger to pretty much like a standard Glock trigger. Nothing wrong with it out of the box. It allows very fast follow-up shots. The reset is audible and tactile. The grip texture on the Hellcat fully surrounds the grip and isn't bad. I would liken this to your skater's tape here. The front and rear texturing is more aggressive than the sides. We have a good undercut on the trigger guard here so you can get your hand up in there and your finger's not going to rub too bad. And you have a very subtle finger groove right there on our frame. You also have a little bit of texturing up here for a finger reference point for off safety, or if you use your offhand with your thumb in a forward position, you can rest it there and have a little bit of grip. Takedown is fairly easy on our Springfield Hellcat. That is one of the things I look for in pistols, is that they're easy to take down because you might need to do it in a moment's notice. And not needing any tools is a big plus. Obviously, you want to make sure the gun is clear. Lock the slide back. You have your front takedown lever here, which pushes up. You move the slide forward. You will have to pull the trigger, so point it in a safe direction. Your slide comes off. Here are the internals of our Hellcat. Very, very basic. Not too much to write home about in there. Not a bunch of little parts to worry about. As far as our slide goes, we have a dual captive recoil spring and guy rod. Here's our teeny tiny little barrel. We'll roll a picture-in-picture to look at the chamber support, but this is very good on the model. The factory feed ramp is polished, very nice. The twist rate on this 3-inch barrel is 1 in 10, which is sufficient enough for even the heaviest grains. Our Hellcat is striker fired. Our Springfield Hellcat is +P rated and as I show in the little stills in the video, has great chamber support. I accidentally put 25 rounds of 9B PLE through this gun while testing it, and I had no Glock smile. Reassembly of our Hellcat is the reverse of what we did. You'll throw your barrel in here first, get it all the way to the back, grab your recoil spring, push that sucker in there, line your slide up with your front rail, pull it all the way back, lock the slide release there, push the lever down, let it go home, and you're good to go. 2 magazines were included with our Hellcat. This particular one is the 10-round magazine. It has the pinky extension on it. The flush fit base plate is in the bag somewhere. This one is our 13+1 magazine. Has more of an extended base pad on there. So I like trying to keep my pinky on the gun if possible. So this one fits me nicely. So our total round count for this Hellcat, we'll call it an abbreviated review, was only 350 rounds. I had no stoppages of any kind. I haven't really read of any of these nosediving yet in any classes, but again, COVID-19, so I'm guessing everybody's staying in their basement this year like myself. There's a lot of features that I like on the Hellcat. The number one feature that I like are these front sights. I can pick up that yellow very easily, and the U-dot rear sight is nifty as well. I have let a few of my friends shoot this, and that's the first thing they say when they line up the sights is, wow, those are really nice sights. I like that all of the controls are easy to use. Like I said, I like that there's a takedown lever that is toolless. You have a slide release, slide lock if needed, and the magazine release is large enough, but it's still concealed, that I can use it without having to change my grip on the pistol. I probably forgot to mention, but the mags do drop free from the gun. Another feature that I like about the Hellcat is the front guide rod has a standoff on it, so that if you had to press this up against a bad guy, you're not taking the gun out of battery trying to fire it because he's pushing up against the muzzle. Another thing that I like about the Hellcat is the 13+1 capacity. Oh my god, 13 rounds in a micro compact pistol. Even though it is 13 rounds, the grip is slim, but still provided me with more than ample control while shooting. The trigger is a favorite of mine. It's a little on the heavy side, but that's what Apex Tactical's for, and I have one of their triggers to install in this gun in another video, so you gotta stay tuned. If I had to gripe about one thing, I would like to have seen a slide release on the right side of the pistol, again for us southpaws, because during the course of reviewing this gun, I never inadvertently hit the slide release on the left-hand side, so I don't see why we couldn't add it to the right side to make it a little more ambi-friendly. My only other complaint about the Hellcat would be the front accessory rail here. It is marketed as a non-proprietary accessory rail, but at least with my sample, I measured it 15 thousandths shallower than my Glock 19, so even some of those smaller Olights that I had been reviewing on my channel did not securely lock into this front accessory rail. Overall, for a micro compact pistol, I think Springfield hit a home run with this Croatian-made Hellcat. As always, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, who in this case are TNVC and Springfield Armory, who in full transparency sent this firearm for us to review with no strings attached. At the end of the testing and evaluation period, I have the option of sending it back to them or paying for it, which I have done, and this will actually become my new test bed for 3-inch 9mm on my channel. Of course, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching. If you felt that I've got something wrong or would like to correct me on my pronunciation skills, commenting below helps me to help you. Until next time, I'm smashing the heck out of Alt F4 and getting out of here. I'll catch you at the range, and remember, we love you.